Get full access to over 10,000 episodes with your paid subscription. MyOutdoorTV. Start your free trial today.
It's not easy to make one of these events. I know going into it, it's going to be a grind.
You've got to break it all down right there under fire in the heat of the moment.
That's when those butterflies get to churning, and that's when the game plan really starts to take shape.
That's our job as professional anglers, is to figure it out.
You don't really need a miracle, you just need a break.
There he is. There he is. Go!
Come on, fish.
Big baby.
I like it right there.
Yes! That's what I'm talking about.
General Tire's Major League Fishing. It's the Squincher Patriot Cup from Muskogee, Oklahoma, presented by Venmo.
So we are on Fort Gibson here in Oklahoma.
Like the upriver area of Gibson, that's where we at.
It's late summer. I don't think we're getting on any kind of a fall bite.
The water looks extremely high.
Not used to seeing high water this time of year. Most places this time of year level or low a little bit.
But, you know, that can make things a little bit better.
I think the main key today is keep your line in the water. Do not run around.
The guy that figures it out moves on.
Welcome to General Tire's Major League Fishing. 30 anglers have assembled in Muskogee, Oklahoma to compete for the title of Patriot Cup champion. To make it to this level of competition, each angler had to qualify with a top performance from stages 5 and 6 of the 2019 Bass Pro Tour. Today, 10 will face off in Elimination Round 1, but only 6 will move on to the sudden death rounds, putting them one step closer to the Patriot Cup trophy and fortifying their chances to qualify for the World Championship. Let's meet today's 10 anglers. Coming in is the third-ranked angler, Zach Burge. Right behind him, in 4th place, Brent Ayler. Next up, in 9th place, Gerald Swindle. Close behind, at number 10, Luke Clausen. Holding on to 15th place, Jordan Lee. At number 16, Stephen Browning. At the 21st place spot, Jesse Wiggins. Next in line, at 22nd, Greg Vinson. He holds a 27th place ranking, Dustin Connell. And rounding out the field in 28th, Todd Fairclough. The location of today's competition was not revealed to the anglers until they pulled up to the ramp this morning. For more on that, let's go out to Marty Stone for today's lake breakdown.
Today's elimination round number 1. We've got anglers on Fort Gibson Lake in eastern Oklahoma. And what the anglers are going to find this morning during their ride through with their Mercury-powered Nitro Z18s is a zone that covers 104 miles of shoreline, over 5,700 surface acres at normal pool. But this lake is anything but normal right now. Months ago, this area was hammered with high winds and lots of rain, causing the water to come up over 30 foot from original shoreline. And now, finally, for the first time in months, the lake's receding. It's slightly above 6.5 foot of normal pool. Now these fish are pulling out. There's areas of this lake where these fish have literally been inaccessible up until now. And what the anglers are going to find with cover is flooded buckbrush, willows, pole timber, and bank grass. This lake also has miles and miles of rock and chunk rock bank. Make no mistake about it, the zones are huge and the cover is unlimited. The key for today's round is which one of these anglers can find productive water quickly and which one of these anglers can find bait fish in that productive water, because that's where these fish will key at in today's elimination round.
We're at the Patriot Cup event. A lot of unknowns going into today. You know, the one good thing about this lake is it's high, so those fish are gonna kind of stay shallow. The fish usually scatter out a lot this time of year, but you know, I like these kind of tournaments.
1, go.
No good.
leaves are spoiling, stinking, you won't get a bite. Done went through that at Grand, that's out.
Typically, when the water's up like this, I try to fish a little bit steeper banks. So basically, the fish are moving up and down instead of, you know, out.
You know, we're getting early fall, you know, back of a creek. They're dialed in on bait, and there's a pinch point right there. It's one of those things, if you don't know anything else, you can fish something like that and have a chance of getting a fish or two and kind of getting off to a good start.
I like up the river in the fall. Seems like you can get bit a little bit easier.
Summer, late summer, they should be more Manion Lake related, I would think. Normally, if the water was down, they'd probably be offshore. So next best thing is offshore, but shallow, with some cover. So that's our game plan right now.
One thing I do know about Oklahoma bass, never rule out a spinnerbait, ever. When you come to Grand, this area right here, I don't care how hot it is, they bite a spinnerbait.
That's the most fun part about fishing is, you know, trying to figure it out and that gratification of, you know, when it happens.
Where should I go? It all looks good.
So in this format, in the cup format, you guys get to see that at home. You know, you get to see that process. It's exciting.
Figuring things out on the fly can be rewarding, but with no practice and no information about where they will be fishing, these anglers must pack for any situation. Luke Clausen shows us how he prepared for the unknown in today's General Tire Anywhere is Possible.
Hi, we're here at the Patriot Cup, Muskogee, Oklahoma, and haven't fished yet, and always with MLF, anywhere is possible. We don't know where we'll end up. We know it's Oklahoma. A couple baits that will definitely be on my deck that are Oklahoma staples. One is the square bill crankbait. Oklahoma is known for stained water, rock, mud, brush, and also imitates a shad, which is going to be the primary forage here this time of year. The other bait is a vibrating jig. This is something we've seen catch fish all over the country. It's a bait that's really natural in the water. It's a soft bait, so it doesn't have that noise that we hear out of a crankbait. Hook hangers hitting the bait, a hard bait like that has a lot more presence in the water than a vibrating jig. And this is a bait that, again, imitates a shad. You can wind it around dock floats, down the bank, through brush, anything like that. Really just gets a lot of bites. A couple baits that I'll definitely have on my deck wherever we end up.
General Tire's Major League Fishing is brought to you by General Tire. Anywhere is possible. Wiley X Eyewear. Go confidently. Yeti. Built for the wild. Sonic. This is how we sonic. Mossy Oak. Hunt, fish, repeat. And by Kubota. Together, we do more.
I'm thinking I'm gonna catch a 5-pounder on the first cast. Probably won't happen, but it sounds good, right?
It's Elimination Round 1 of General Tire's Major League Fishing. The top 30 performers out of stages 5 and 6 of the 2019 Bass Pro Tour have qualified to compete in the Squincher Patriot Cup presented by Venmo from Muskogee, Oklahoma. The first group of 10 anglers are eagerly awaiting the countdown to lines in here on Fort Gibson Lake. Today's elimination round will consist of 3 periods. The top 6 anglers at the end of period 3 will advance to the sudden death rounds. The bottom 4 will be eliminated. Major League Fishing's Elimination Round 1 begins now.
3, 2, 1, lines in. Let's get after it, boys.
Patriot Cup begins now.
First off, I was gonna throw buzz bait, top water around for a minute, and then get all the fun stuff out of the way. Try this crankbait.
See how the banks are more defined back in this kind of stuff? That's what I kind of like about it, but I don't know if there's a population of fish in here or not. I couldn't tell you.
The water falling. They'll be around them bushes more so than in them.
I'm really interested to see if there's any fish, like on these isolated willow trees. That could be. We're not really worried about the isolated trees right now. Come here, Big Sugar. I mean, she jumped on it like a wild puma.
You ready?
Yes, sir. In the bush.
3 pound, 3 ounces.
3-3. All right, that's the way you get this dog and pony show started, baby. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Score Tracker update.
Come on.
First angler on Score Tracker is Stephen Browning with a 3-pound, 3-ounce fish.
There you go.
That's a big one. Or did he catch two?
That's one fish.
Golly dang.
Started off with a good one.
These fellas ain't scared to catch big ones, I promise you.
In the darn bushes. Now, see, I don't know that I would have thought that.
Guessing top water is probably going to be what I want to throw right now. Top water and flip, but I'd like to cover a little bit of water before I start flipping. You know, let that sun come out before I start flipping those bushes.
The fog has rolled in and established a presence over Fort Gibson Lake. Will it help or hinder the morning bite? Marty Stone breaks it down in today's Wiley X Eyewear More Than Meets the Eye.
Nature has built-in signals in the fall of the year that trigger what anglers consider a fall migration. One is shortening of the days, and two is cooling of nights. And when nights cool off in the fall, oftentimes what greets anglers first thing in the morning is foggy conditions, and that's a plus. The fog is an extension of the morning bite, and it'll allow these fish to feed longer and more often. And the anglers are gonna need this in this elimination round. The cover here is gonna seem limitless. We've got water temperatures falling slightly. Now, this water temp is in the 80-degree range to high 70s. All of these conditions combined should allow for a good morning bite and reveal to these anglers the location of some of these Fort Gibson bass.
The thing about that is you don't want that one to be a fluke, so to speak. You know, you want it to tell you something.
I might have to go do fish some rock or something. I know it's early in the game, but
Yeah, baby. Yeah, baby. Boy.
Stephen Browning has added a 1-pound, 6-ounce fish. He now has 4 pounds, 9 ounces. He is the only angler on Score Tracker at this time.
We're finna change that, though, boys.
This is a rod by St. Croix that's actually designed just for the bladed jig, and it's got pretty much a soft tip. It's a glass rod, but it also has enough backbone where if one gets it and runs into these bushes, I'll still be able to kind of horse it out a little bit. But
there it is. I might make it, Bo.
1 pound, 4 ounces.
Yeehaw. There's 2 bites right there real quick.
Mm-hmm. 1 pound, 10 ounces. All right. That's the way to start right there. Nice one. Look, the little Berkeley Power Hog over there. Black, blue.
One pound, 11 ounces.
111. First fish of the cup.
It's a good sign. There's some fish around. You don't ever know until you get that first bite.
That's a better one there. A lot better than the other sticks I've got.
Ain't the prettiest fish, but I got him.
1 pound, 2 ounces.
1, 2. Oh, goofy looking bass. But he counts.
Zach ought to be pretty tough around here, too. I know he's got some experience on this lake and a lot of these Oklahoma. Seems like all the Oklahoma boys made it on this one.
I gotta get these nerves going. I'm shaking so much, I can't hardly concentrate.
Stay on. There we go.
1 pound, 5 ounces.
All right.
Well, while I was reeling it in, he got it.
2 pounds, 3 ounces.
First one of the day, look at that, flipping. Now, the thing that was strange about that is I lifted it up and was reeling it in when he bit it.
When I get talking trash about Brent Ayler, them skinny jeans. It's the only thing he's mad about today. Not cold enough for him to wear skinny jeans.
Fish didn't show me a ton. Not yet, at least.
1 pound, 15 ounces.
Thank you, sir. One down. A lot of them to go.
On this little chopo around, we're just covering some water. I seen a couple fish come up going down this little bluff.
Hit one of the million bushes out here and caught one. Uh-oh. Browning's got him a big one. Come here, come here.
I'm pretty sure he would have liked to have this one.
4.8.
4.8.
4 pounds, 8 ounces.
That's a good one right there.
Choked it. He pretty much cut me off. He's really proud of himself right now, I can tell.
Stephen Browning just caught his third bass. It weighed 4 pounds, 8 ounces. He now leads with 9 pounds and 1 ounce.
Stephen, that puts a dagger in everybody.
Uh-oh. Browning's got him a big one. Come here, come here.
I'm pretty sure he would have liked to have this one.
Welcome back to General Tire's Major League Fishing.
Sorry.
Does that make you pretty happy that you gotta catch?
It makes me real happy.
You gotta catch one right in front of me.
Uh-huh. You wouldn't have caught that one. He was on the left side of the tree.
That's all I've been fishing, the left side coming down through here.
I'll let you have all this.
Oh, thanks.
Stephen Browning has kick-started his elimination round by landing a 4-pound, 8-ounce Berkeley big bass, and Luke Clausen had a front row seat. 9 anglers have made their first step in developing a pattern on Fort Gibson Lake. Dustin Connell is still searching for that first bite to point him in the right direction.
I'm always dead last at the end of these periods. Every time. It never fails.
If I had to guess, Stephen is square billing. He's a cranker. He likes throwing that square bill.
You know, I feel like I probably need to keep this vibrating jig in my hand. It's just, I mean, that's just a way to cover a lot of water. The fish shouldn't be just super tight to this cover just yet.
Better way to catch them than this. I know that.
I just feel like I'm not even around any fish. I hate that feeling. Like, you think you get a little one or something, bust on something.
There's so many options for them. You know, you fish and fish and fish, and you catch one off of something, and, you know, you try to duplicate that.
That's a big one. Yes. That work right there.
There's a good one.
£2 pounds, 0 ounces.
2-0, 2-0. That'll work. Three fish off 1 point.
2 pounds, 3 ounces.
Sweet. Well, place my in now.
You're currently now in 6th place with 2 pounds, 15 ounces.
Oh, that's not good. Better catch something quick.
Getting trigger happy now.
Stay on, baby. Coming back. Oh, God. Jeez. God. My goodness. I get it. You ain't happy. I don't guess you're done either. I got you. That's a good one there.
4 pounds, 4 ounces.
I'll take it. Oh, backwater fish there.
There he is. Come it. And had a little weight behind it. It's just suspended.
Maybe there's got a great grandma to that one over here somewhere. So I don't know why I couldn't catch more on that other side where all that current stuff was. This a dead end pocket with nothing.
I've had 2 bites on crankbait already. I'll run off until I make sure I don't have a bait in here I can keep catching them on.
There's another big one. He ain't that big. He'll score. I thought it was another big one.
1 pound, 6 ounces.
6. They all add up.
That bird's caught his 5th fish.
Dang.
He's 11 ounces behind you.
Well,
That's how you want them to get it, too. Sideways in their mouth. Mike would say, in your face.
Take one. Take it. Yes, look at that spot. Oh my gosh, what a spot.
2 pounds, 7 ounces.
Nice. Look at that thick one. That's a good one for Oklahoma right there.
Finally.
1 pound, 8 ounces.
Finally. Finally.
Here we go, baby. I'm out. Just lost 2 on a spinnerbait and picked it. They're biting it.
So he was on that stump right there. Just got a fish. I got to not run around, just fish.
see, Zach went through a little stretch where it had a few fish in it, and that's what you got to do if you're not getting bit. Probably need to roll on. We may come back in here.
This ain't the deal, boys. It's a faster way to catch them.
Got it. Good one. Don't you come off, you suckerhead. Yes, that's a big one. Yes, sir. How about that?
2 pounds, 8 ounces.
Yes. Boom. 2, 8, 2.5 pounder, baby. Yes.
Greg, I'll give you a score tracker update. Jesse Wiggins, 6 pounds, 9 ounces.
All right, we got to go. Wiggins found him some.
See, I'm glad I come all the way back here. I mean, I don't know if it has, I think it just has to do with just where their fish are at. Like, I don't think you just have to be out there on a windy point to catch them.
Yeah, started off good, now I can't get a bite.
While we got a touch of cushion, might as well run back through here again before Jordan does. Because you know if I go out, he's gonna swing in here. And that's probably where Bird's caught his fish at.
Already pictured me winning the tournament up here.
2 bites I've had have been up high. I don't know if I could wind something over the top of them and get them to bite. I kind of don't think so.
It's too much here is what I think, is what I'm trying to fish. I got to simplify it down. There's a lot of water and bushes.
Ah. 2 pounds, 10 ounces.
Keep plugging away until we get it figured out.
Fishing too deep, man. Everything I fish been too deep for that.
Biggin. Biggin. Bit it like a brim. Big largemouth. Bit it like a brim. Yes, sir. That's what I'm talking about right there, boys. Biggin. I'm talking about went. I thought it was I thought that one was gonna be a 12-incher.
3 pounds, 13 ounces.
Yes. Biggin, baby.
Oh, yes. Jordan Lee's moved into 3rd place now with 9 pounds, 3 ounces. His last fish was 3 pounds, 13 ounces.
They caught him right around that corner.
Just throwing a little green pumpkin, bottom hopper, a little Berkeley power bait worm.
Gotta figure out a way to catch some fish that are busting in the middle of this creek. If we could figure that out, it'd be over.
I wanted to fish out here a little bit deeper, just off the bank. And we got current in here. And so I just kind of pitched this shaky head out here in the middle, and I mean, it was just the lightest bite. Oh my gosh.
Welcome back to General Tire's Major League Fishing for the Squincher Patriot Cup, presented by Venmo from Muskogee, Oklahoma.
Yes.
Score tracker update, Jordan Lee has caught a 1 pound, 4 ounce fish. He is in 3rd place with 10 pounds, 7 ounces.
Here it comes.
Less than 1 hour remains in the first period, and Jordan Lee is exploiting the current from a small waterfall in Spring Creek, as you can see here in today's favorite fishing overview of the day. Lee has made a quick move up the score tracker and is fishing the very same creek as Zach Burge. Both anglers are within 1 bite from overtaking Stephen Browning. The morning fog has lifted, and the anglers are starting to decode the flooded cover on Fort Gibson Lake.
Spinnerbait's getting bit, for sure, but I want to check off the water a little bit, you know, come out here in the middle where there's some rock.
You know, one of the best baits in the fall time of the year, without a doubt, is a bladed jig, and it just, you know, it has a lot of vibration to it, and I've got a paddle tail style swim bait on the back end of this one. It allows me to kind of fish this bait slower. You know, you hear the term slow rolling, and that's kind of what I'm trying to do, is just kind of slow roll it around some of this cover.
I'm throwing a braid 10-pound fluorocarbon leader. You know, I can see my line with the chartreuse line. It's Berkeley X5 high-vis green. So I can tell when my worm's on the bite, and I can, you know, detect those little bites too. I can feel it really good.
Good one. Don't you come off, you suckerhead. Big old spot. How about that? Big old spotted bass.
There we go. More than 1 fish on it, right there.
2 pounds, 6 ounces.
There we go, 2.6, good spot.
1 pound, 5 ounces.
All right, there we go. There we go, bang, bang. Not giants, but 2 on the same type of cover and the same type of spot, so give us something to work with here.
My dumb butt's right up here on the top of the fish. They're all over this point, and I'm an idiot.
£1 pound, 3 ounces.
1, 3.
1 pound, 5 ounces.
Thank you, sir. From what I can tell, they're on these little, you know, that leading edge going into a pocket. I need to keep fishing these to see. I'm gonna fish inside the pockets a little bit just to see if they're in there. They may be in all of it, but.
Caught him another. There's one. Stay down, stay on, stay on, stay on, stay on.
1 pound even.
Hang
1
on.
pound, 0 ounces.
Golly, about lost him too. All right.
Luke Clausen has moved into 5th with 6 pounds, 15 ounces. 6th, Gerald Swindle, 5 pounds, 12 ounces.
Too long without a bite. I don't know. I keep thinking I'm fishing too slow, too fast. My bites are pretty sporadic. Oh, God, he did that time. Got my freaking worm. Dadgummit.
I fish docks, rocks, wood. There's a lot of brim floating around this stuff. I've seen bait. The only thing I hadn't seen is bass, mini bass.
Yeah, I need one of those 3 or 4 pound bites. Put me right up there. A couple of those guys have a good 3, 4 pounder that, if I could get one of those, I'll be right there.
Seems like this is how fishing goes. You have this optimism, these little periods, you're thinking, man, I'm really gonna catch them now. And sometimes it works, sometimes it slows down. We'll be off onto something new here in a little while.
This is what a real pro looks like right here. Digging baits out of trees. Well, there you go. And that's how you get a shaky head out of a tree.
Man, I'd love to go somewhere else, but I don't know where anywhere else. It ain't like they're whacking them everywhere, so I'm scared to leave, you know?
Man, those quit.
Dustin, I have a score tracker update for you. First place, Stephen Browning, 13 pounds, 13 ounces.
Unreal.
May change flavors on them in that next period. This white may be a little may stand out a little bit too much. Now that the sun's starting to come up.
Really got it out the boat.
1 pound, 7 ounces. 1.7.
Always start behind in these deals. I don't know why. I'm waiting on the day I just roll up in a place and they're biting. It'll never, ever happen for me that way.
Luke Zach Burge has just caught his 7th fish, 9 ounces out of first place.
It's like old Burge might be taking the lead here shortly.
I think I'm still shaking just as much now as I was before the period started.
It's funny how they're coming in groups.
£2 pounds, 2 ounces.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lines out.
That was a good start. Good start and a good finish. You know, I talked about a little bit about it earlier today about having to get off to a good start to get that momentum. So I feel very fortunate and off and running. I've got the best thing about it. I've got a handful of baits that I've got a lot of confidence in. I'm gonna do some adjusting, gonna do some color changing, and I'm gonna see if that won't work out, help me out on some of these short strikes in this second period.
Pretty good first period. Caught some fish, put ourselves not super behind, so that's really all you can ask for. I hear you.
You know, it definitely seems like they're on these main lake kind of point-related bushes, and I think I just need to run some more of that. I'm gonna come back here after the next period and run. There's a good little point in the back of a pocket here.
Man, I don't really know if they run water up here or not, but all this stuff looks like they've been running water on it maybe in the night or late in the evenings, and I bet it's good when they run water. But right now, it ain't no good.
Man, I know what they're on. It's just getting exactly what they want. I got 30 minutes to think about it, come up with something.
General Tire's Major League Fishing is brought to you by Berkeley, Catch More Fish, Lucas Oil, made in America, sold to the world, Mercury Marine, go boldly, Venmo, pay, split, share, and by Favorite Fishing, the future of fishing.
I rolled in there to the first break that we had this morning. The sun was coming out, so I knew things would change up a little bit. And, you know, I just was trying in my head to go over several different scenarios of what I thought I needed to do for the second period.
I was a little bit optimistic in that I was going to be able to push a little bit harder, the flip and deal plastic stuff.
In period 1, it was kind of a frustrating deal, and I was falling, and I kept experimenting with baits, and I was in an area that had a lot of fish, but they were just really, really small fish.
I caught just enough to hang on like a cat claws, just right there, and that just hanging in there. And I just kept thinking in my mind, and maybe I'm in the wrong area of the lake.
When you don't catch but one fish, you really can't narrow anything down. Going into the second period, I had made my mind up. I was gonna run down the lake a ways and start fishing some pockets off the main river.
I knew it was tough on everybody, so I was thinking I could just grind me out, you know, 5 or 6 more bites on this square bill and I'll be okay.
In today's elimination round, it's all about being one of the top 6 spots to advance. While our pros gear up for period 2, let's take a look at the score tracker. Stephen Browning is our must-add point position leader, although Zach Burge is one scoreable bass from dethroning him. The sun is rising over Fort Gibson Lake, and while the spectrum of options may vary, adapting to the conditions could fend off the dread of the elimination line.
You know, that little break kind of helps you get reorganized a little bit. I think I made a few changes. You know, you think dadgum, a guy leading the tournament, he doesn't need to do a lot of changing.
Period 2, gotta just stay steady. That's gonna be the name of the game. I feel like the bite's actually gonna be a little tougher this period.
The goal is to come in the top 6 today. You know, we ain't but 4 or 5 pounds from that, so I mean, it's very doable.
Best thing about it, I'm leading the crowd.
Go.
Change gears on them just a little bit.
Sun getting bright. This kind of stuff should be get a little more predictable.
This first period this morning was foggy, kind of overcast. I would think this sun would put them, you know, tight to whatever cover it is that they're around. Docks, rock, bushes.
Yeah, I'm throwing a little square bill, just throwing on a Abu Garcia winch rod, 10-pound fluoro, just trying to cover a little water.
Active fish landing violation, 2-minute penalty.
Zach Burgess took first place. He's at
Catch a good one.
14 pounds, 9 ounces. It weighed 1 pound, 5 ounces.
Yeah,
You're 12 ounces behind him.
He just caught a small one.
This stretch of bank we're sitting here on, I've caught probably more fish in this lake right here than anywhere. I've never fished it when it's this high, though. It's usually down here about where the boat's sitting. This is just all rock out here, just shallow rock.
Nobody else has caught one?
Nope.
Kind of surprising. I got one.
Got more than a trailer, didn't you?
1 pound, 5 ounces.
Thank you, sir.
1 pound, 10 ounces.
All right. We're still on this stuff. You know, I had a big fish a while ago that did the same thing that fish just did, just swimming off with it. And sometimes they're eating it, and sometimes they've just got the back end. So if I can get enough of them to eat it.
I caught that one fish this morning on a 3/8 ounce during the break. I put a 1/4 ounce on here to give it a real slow fall. I think these fish are suspended up in these bushes. And I don't want that bait I don't want them to fall through the strike zone at a fast rate, so I went to a 1/4.
It's a bass. This bass down there tapping my stuff.
1 pound, 14 ounces.
Boom! Old skinny largemouth.
6th place, Dustin Connell's moved up. He's caught his 4th fish. He now has 6 pounds, 9 ounces. He's moved into 6th. You have a 2 pound, 10 ounce lead over 7th.
Dwindling quickly.
There's some fish on this little point right here. If I can ever just get in a little rhythm and just go, you know what I mean?
Along the rocks on the bottom.
Zach Burgess caught another fish. He's up to 16 pounds and 3 ounces. You're 2 pounds, 6 ounces back.
All right. We not panicking yet.
Gosh, dang it. Broke me off. I knew that was gonna happen. God. See him jump. Knew that was gonna happen. Yeah, gumming.
Without having no history here and being able to look up nothing, I mean, I feel like the way they're dropping water that if you could get way up this river, you're going to get into a little bit of current flow, which may help. And I don't know if I got time to do it this period, but I got to start heading that way.
There's a pipe up there that's got some current, and I have one hooked up about 1.5 pounds where he come off, but I just can't force myself to go in the very backs of these places and not get no bites.
This has what it takes. There he is. Told you, I knew it.
Zach Berg just caught his 10th bass, giving him 17 pounds, 5 ounces. And Stephen Browning just caught his 8th bass. He now has 15 pounds, 5 ounces.
Man, lighten it up. I'm trying not to focus on what's in the water, what's flooded. I try to fish more about what I know is underneath us and out here on the outside of these bushes. I really think I could go down through here with that bladed jig and catch some too.
Outside bushes, out here in front of these flats. I know darn well that's where they're supposed to be. The water's falling. I mean, it's just, read your books, man, come on.
We got to run a couple more areas, but before I completely dismiss it, but I can't get too far behind before I start doing something else.
Take that, you sapsucker.
£1 4 ounces.
1 and 4, 1 and 4. Let me get a grip on it. That fish right there just followed that one out of the bush. I guarantee you did. I watched him come up there and, I mean, he sharked it, and all he did was probably just turn right around and find the first little piece of cover, and he stepped back on it, so. I like catching them like that.
Much changed on there, boat official?
You've dropped to 8th. Gerald Swindle has 7 pounds, 5 ounces.
All right, I need a bite. I need a big one, dude. Need a boost.
I think we went the wrong way, boys. Look at them schooling up there. They could be all whiteys, but it's 44 million of them up there schooling.
Welcome back to General Tire's Major League Fishing. Stay up to date with the latest from MLF. Watch the Bass Pro Tour on MLF Now and learn from Major League lessons. Free at MajorLeagueFishing.com/TV.
God, dude, there's some right there now. I ain't gonna lie to you, there's a few right there.
Like the juices around here somewhere where I could catch several. Just flipping one point, just going through it.
I just caught 2 off that point right there. There's some fish on it. There's about 4 more pockets up through there with the same kind of stuff. I may just alternate them and make the cut.
Period 2 is underway, and things are tight around the elimination line. Gerald Swindle has moved into contention, but Dustin Connell and Greg Vinson are within 1 bite from spoiling his plans. At the top of the score tracker, Stephen Browning and Zach Burge are thriving. For more on that, here's Marty Stone for today's 6-hour Success in Sight.
In Major League Fishing, there's always a fine line between success and failure. As I'm watching Stephen Browning and Zach Burge battle it out in the second period, there's a common denominator. These anglers have figured out these fish are in the upper thirds of the flooded brush, and we see that oftentimes in the fall. More times than not, anglers want to fish a heavy lure, either down through the brush or down toward the bottom third of the water column. But in the fall, you have something unique happen, and that's shad migrating in the back of the creeks and pockets. Browning is throwing a stick worm with a lightweight and a vibrating jig. We've watched Zach Burge use a shallow running crankbait and a vibrating jig. The common denominator is a reaction bite in the upper third of the water column. And when fish are keying in on shad, that's always a key presentation. And so far, these 2 anglers have dialed in that attention to detail.
Yeah, buddy.
Zach Burge has caught a 1 pound, 14 ounce. He's back in first place. You're 1 pound, 0 ounces behind him.
Trading blows. See if we can't give him a shot back right quick.
Man, usually you catch a pile of them right here. There's 2 long rocky points that come out right here, shell points. They come way, way out here. Buddy, when I say it's dead back in here, it's dead. I ain't never seen nothing like this, dude.
There we go. Finally. Jeez, man.
£1 pound, 12 ounces.
Right.
Ought to be one on both sides. If we could, golly, that was a good one right there, guys.
I was just pitching a Strike King structure bug. It's black-blue color. And I'm pretty sure these fish are feeding on shad. I'm wanting to put a white bait on.
Oh. 113.
2 pound, 1 ounces.
2 and 1. Be real quiet. See, he wasn't on the bush that I would have thought he'd have been on. I figured there'd been one right here.
Oh, my God.
Oh.
Dude, I saw that fish come up there and grab that. That was awesome.
2 pounds, 8 ounces.
Nice. Real nice. Pretty fish. Healthy one.
I feel like we're about 5 or 6 pounds from really making it to the next round. But
You and Steven keep leapfrogging. He has 20 pounds, 4 ounces. Zach at Fish moves you back into first place with 21 pounds, 11 ounces.
Good, send him packing. I like holding down the #1 spot better.
Little spot. Close enough to...
1 pound, 0 ounces.
Oh! Ah! Hey, a spotted bass.
Ain't no sense, fish. We moving, I can tell you that.
Gotta figure something out here, you guys.
Oh, me. Wasting too much time catching these freaking things.
Yep, there was one up there.
1 pound, 11 ounces.
111. On a point. What do you know?
Need to just go back through those trees on that side. We got spots and largemouth right here.
Get in here.
1 pound, 10 ounces.
110, 111. A little over a 3 pound swing.
Stay on there. I think you'll make we'll get something out of it.
1 pound, 4 ounces.
All right. That's good. Got back in here where I caught a couple earlier. Saw a fish bust back there.
I gotta fish high percentage spots. That's all you gotta do. That's all you gotta do. Fish the high percentage spots.
Oh man, they're starting to school up there. That's what we want to see. If they'll start schooling on one of these points and get set up, you can just sit there and keep fishing it.
In theory, these fish should group up a little bit right now. 2 bites right there. 2 isolated bushes on a point. I mean, it's about obvious as can be.
That ain't a little one. Oh, stay on there. That's a little better.
2 pounds, 4 ounces.
All right. Boom. That's what we needed right there.
5th place now is Greg Vincent. He has 10 pounds and 13 ounces. Jesse, you're down to 6th, 10 pounds, 0 ounces.
Dwindling quickly.
What you want to see, you see those fish schooling on a point this time of year, when they start gathering up, you just got to figure out one or two little things to catch them on. Slowly starting to get a little something going.
Welcome back to General Tire's Major League Fishing for the Squincher Patriot Cup, presented by Venmo from Muskogee, Oklahoma.
Going. That's the ones that we need.
Get in here, there we go. Now we got a little something going.
2 pounds, 10 ounces.
2 and 10?
Yeah, 210.
Good fish. That's what we came over here. That one right there is probably gonna carry me to the next round for sure. I wouldn't be surprised. Oh, jump on back up in here with me, son.
It's been a cat and mouse game between Stephen Browning and Zach Burge, who have occupied 1st and 2nd for most of the day. Today's elimination round is all about being in the top 6, and Greg Vincent has made a big leap into contention and is gaining confidence with every cast.
The bait keeps gathering up on this point. This is something you come back to and keep fishing it.
all right, Zach, I know you can fixing to hit me with a left cross. I gotta beat him to the punch.
I still ain't got any of them good quality bites I normally get on this here.
Stay on there. Stay on there. Stay on there. That ain't the one that came up, but that's a good one right now.
1 pound, 13 ounces.
All right. We're moving now, the right direction. Went the wrong direction for a long time.
I just don't think I can get a bite back in here in all this brush and stuff. I really don't think that I can. I mean, I'm telling you, I know them guys are catching them in some of them pockets like that, but I don't see me going in there with these trees. Let's get out of here. I don't even want to go back in there.
Stay on there. He might. Get him in here, we'll find out.
Greg Vinson's caught a couple fish. He's now in 3rd place with 15 pounds, 5 ounces.
Not like you can just run around and get bit at will. I hope to just look up and come back a little bit further where the fish are at.
Get a little breeze and push these shad in here shallow, it'll be on.
Sense or no sense, if you don't bite, I can't do nothing about it. You don't. And he won't score, but we'll try him.
1 pound, 8 ounces.
Thank you, sir.
14 ounces, non-scoreable bass.
Yep.
That's why I like them. It's not easy. Why can't it just be easy?
What I like about catching that fish is it screwed this up. Because I don't need nothing to go in my favor. I need it all to stay. I need to catch a 10-incher before you get to the best bush in the river, you know. Drift in on it. Huh?
There he is. That's a big one. Son of a gun. Boom. Wasn't as big as I... There's another one. Come on. Son of a gun. This one I think I'm fixing to do something. Point of the game where I always screw up, right here.
Man, I burned a lot of time coming in here. Don't know if you don't try, though. Sometimes you just gotta roll with it, but I don't have enough time to do anything else, really.
One pound, 4 ounces.
Thank you, sir.
Luke Clausen has caught 2 bass. He moves into 3rd with 16 pounds, 1 ounce, dropping you to 4th with 15 pounds, 5 ounces.
Oh, dog it, dude.
Hey, it's pretty hard to fish like this. A lot of these fish are on that original shoreline, it seems like, but it's just scattered bushes. You're just kind of feeling around out there, hoping for the best, and really pretty surprised that I can't catch them cranking or anything out here. It's been a few little ones, but unfortunately, dragging stuff around seems to be better.
I got one. There we go. Catch them on a square bill.
There's 3 fish right there. Oh, come on, stay on there. That one will stay on.
1 pound, 15 ounces.
Good.
1 pound, 8 ounces.
All right. These fish seem to be up high in the water column on that bait, and I've tried a bladed jig, and I just hadn't caught them very good. I mean, I caught one early on it this morning, and I tied this on just to maybe crank around.
Greg Vinson has caught another fish. He now has a total of 18 pounds even.
That's a little better one. I like that. It's a nice one there. It's like a real fish.
3 pounds, 9 ounces.
Thank you, sir. Little 3-9er. Main River, they get a little bigger, it seems like, just not as many.
Every time I get bit, learning a little bit more. Found something I get a few more to hook up on, not wasting time on a trailer. Got something to go with now.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lines out. End of period 2.
I just fished 2.5 hours and caught 1 keeper. That ain't gonna cut it.
All right. Well, we gotta make up some ground, as always, in MLF. They're gonna have to just start calling me the show up at 12 o'clock guy.
I gotta figure out in this period break what I'm gonna do, but I gotta figure something out and jump inside that cut line.
At least I have a lot of confidence going into this next period. I can catch enough to hopefully make it through this round. There's still gonna be some learning to be done if we come back here again, that's for sure.
I'm gonna roll in here and just kind of look at the map and may just do something totally different. Best thing about it is I think I've got enough pounds to get me to the sudden death round. That's the goal, #1 goal in the elimination round. So I think we've done that. Let's go take a break, get us a sandwich, and regroup.
General Tire's Major League Fishing is brought to you by Bass Pro Shops. Your adventure starts here. Squincher, hydration that works. Sig Sauer, the complete systems provider. Enjoy Crockett Creek beef jerky from our backyard to yours. Cast into Muskogee, Oklahoma. And by Ferguson.
We got 6 places moving on to tomorrow, and that's what we're after. Top 6, no matter how we do it.
It's elimination round 1, and our 10 anglers are fighting to finish in one of the top 6 spots to advance to the sudden death rounds. While they gear up for the 3rd and final period, let's take a look at the score tracker. Stephen Browning is at the top of the stack, although Luke Clausen and Greg Vincent were the big movers in period 2. Clausen is focused on flipping brush, and Vincent is dialed into a topwater pattern on Fort Gibson Lake. Jesse Wiggins is just inside the elimination line, where everyone seems to be struggling for scoreable bass. For more on that, let's go out to Marty Stone for today's Yeti Cooler Talk.
You were in great shape at the end of that first period, and this one's been a struggle.
It has. I mean, I got 2 keeper bites, or 2, you know, I think over a pound. I only caught 1 of them, so I did something totally wrong, and I caught all my fish down the lake the first period, but I felt like I was run out, and I knew that if I didn't find anything, it was still gonna be a long period, so I stayed up here that period and only caught 1. Caught tons of little fish. It's crazy. I mean, just 13 to 14 ounces. I mean, probably 20, but cannot catch a 1-pounder. But yeah, I got to change something up this time.
You've got the experience now of the Bass Pro Tour. The cups are faster now with these rounds like this. What adjustments will you make going into this 3rd and final period?
Yeah, I'm going to definitely go back to where I caught them earlier this morning. I've let that rest for about 2.5 hours, and then I'm just going to keep running stuff just like that. That's the only thing I know to do. I mean, everything that I caught on a square bill, I mean, I caught some good ones this morning, you know, some 2.5. So everything I've caught's been on that, and I caught all the small ones on that. So I'm going to stick with that at least that first hour of this next period, and if nothing happens, I'm going to start looking for something else.
Jesse Wiggins had a great first period, but now, because of second period struggles, he's got some work to do if he wants to make the sudden death round.
3rd period, and you know, I feel like I've got plenty enough weight to make it to the next round. You want to end on a positive note. Every day you come off the water. Now, everything's going just, I mean, couldn't script it any better.
We're gonna have to come from behind to make it in the top 6, but I feel like it's very doable.
Can't take anything for granted with this group. They can catch them.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lines in.
Like currents on these rocks, it'll be different from what we've been fishing.
This is a bigger version of what I've been throwing. Extra hooks. This is the Sharpie special right here.
Schools of bait everywhere.
There is some bait in here. Golly.
Now we just got to catch something.
Yes. Let him swim to the dam with it, but I caught his butt.
6th place cut line's Jesse Wiggins. He's at 11 pounds, 8 ounces now. Caught a fish that weighed 1 pound, 8 ounces.
Okay. It's the wrong person to catch one.
Well, St. Croix, 7-1 medium heavy Legend Elite. Just a little old shaking head and got me up a bite. Whew, I needed that one too.
Boy, if I was a bass, I'd live in that bush right there. Man. And he did. And he did. An isolated buck bush.
2 pounds even.
2-pounder, too. Look at that. gonna say, if I was a bass, I would live right there.
Brent Ehlers just caught his 7th bass. He now has 10 pounds, 14 ounces, and remains in 7th place.
How much do I got?
You have 15 pounds, 7 ounces.
That's isolation, man. An isolated bush on a point, all by itself. It probably holding another one, too.
Stay on there. Oh, he's coming loose. Oh, get in here. It might make it.
1 pound, 1 ounce.
All right. We're 2 for 2 with that bigger one. There he is. God, dog it. Dadgummit. That's a dang good one, too, guys.
Greg, that last fish brought your total to 20 pounds, 4 ounces and moves you back into 3rd place.
I like it. How about that? There we go. There we go. Got him.
1 pound, 4 ounces.
Good one.
1 pound, 14 ounces.
All right. Chunker there. You know what that was? We had sat here for 2 minutes and that old hydrowave up there singing to them and playing the right music. They was ready to dance. We slipped one in there on them. I always caught a lot of fish on a black buzzbait early fall, throwing it over bait and stuff like that. And plus this water's dirty. Black top water's good. And dirty water, it's just that silhouette. They can pick it up good, but by the time they get to it, they still don't really know what it is, so they go ahead and hit it.
I need to find an isolated buckbush on a point all by itself in deeper water. Not too specific, right?
That'll be a fish landing violation, 2-minute penalty. 4 pounds, 4 ounces.
Thank you, sir. 4-4. I like it right there. There's some bigger ones out here, but man, it's just not easier to get a bite. Pretty fish, though.
Luke Clausen has moved into 2nd place. He now has 23 pounds, 14 ounces. He just caught a 4 pound, 4 ounce bass.
Good for him.
This is the bait I've been flipping the last couple periods. It's actually the same bait we started the morning with having we went through it. It's June bug on the back, green pumpkin on the top. The water's fairly dirty, but not quite dirty enough to want to throw something totally dark, so just pitching around, trying to get that bait to fall by those fish, hopping it over the brush. And there's a lot of fish here. It's just a bad time of year to get them to bite. It's so warm that trying to get them to react, and this has a little bit of action, so it comes up and kind of kicks off, and seems to be working right now.
Welcome back to General Tire's Major League Fishing.
4 pounds, 4 ounces.
Thank you, sir. 4-4. I like it right there.
I wonder what Clausen's doing.
Hmm. 2 pounds, 3 ounces.
Thank you, sir.
Have a new leader on the score tracker. Luke Clausen's at 26 pounds, 1 ounce. God, he pulled up there and raked him, didn't he?
The same spot I just caught a 4-4. Apparently, that's a pretty good place.
Luke Clausen just jumped into 1st place by landing over 9 pounds of bass in less than 5 minutes. Only the top 6 will advance to the sudden death rounds, and Clausen has just proven how fast things can happen. Brent Ehlers is easing in on Jesse Wiggins, and with an hour and a half still left to fish, 11 pounds won't be enough to make the cut.
This is just a jerk bait. I mean, I don't know. I'm just still practicing. I mean,
tying a jerkbait on, really like not very good jerkbait conditions, like the watercolor is so dirty, but there's so many fish out here right now. If a guy could figure out how to catch a lot of these fish that are out chasing this bait around, you'd have a huge advantage going into another round.
just gonna try something a little different because what I've been doing is not working.
That last bite happened pretty quick. I mean, it was on an obvious spot, but you know, the obvious part is that it was real isolated. Just a little bit steeper bank, slopey bank, an isolated buckbush. You know, everything else I've fished since then has been like this, where there's quite a few, but at least it's on a slopier bank. You know, I can get to the fish. Some of that stuff I was fishing earlier, you know, be flipping the bushes right here, and they're still 20 feet away from you. You can't get to them.
Well, if it clouded up real good right before the end of the period, I think it could be really good.
That water start falling out of these trees a little bit in this backwater area, and they'll probably start getting on these willow trees. They're just not there just yet.
That's a good one. Stay on there. Stay on there. Oh, stay on there. I got him in the back. Oh, stay on there, dude. Let's hope that hook's in there deep enough. It's the worst one. I got him right there in the back. Oh. Get in here.
Greg, that'll be a fish landing violation, 2-minute penalty. 2 pounds, 4 ounces.
Woo! Oh, I'm glad he came off in here. Yes. Man, he crushed that thing, didn't he?
I'm telling you, somewhere up through here is a pile of bass. I don't care how many they caught and how bad they beat me in that creek. There's a bunch of them up there somewhere.
I'm feeling like an Okie from Muskogee, where a square can have a ball.
I'm gonna get another bite, man. Catch one, not a bite.
Gosh, it's so doable. Sounds so easy. Catch 4 or 5 pounds, Todd. How hard could that be? Let me tell you, it's hard.
You're 3 pounds and 6 ounces out of 6th place.
Get in here. Oh, there he is. Called that one, didn't I? Oh, man, that's fun.
1 pound, 13 ounces.
All right.
Just stick around, boys, stick around. I mean, just on nothing. How they roaming around so many shit.
1 pound, 6 ounces.
1.6. 1.6, man. Little fat belly one right there. He been gorging.
Stephen Browning has caught another fish. He has now moved into 1st place. He has a total of 27 pounds, 13 ounces.
I like Browning, but I like him a lot more when he's in 2nd.
Very similar to that last one. I pulled up here and I see this little bare spot right here. I mean, we're sitting in 4 feet and change.
It's kind of like a 3-man race. I'm not sure if this was Greg that started inside of us. Whoever that was rawed up. He was definitely fishing something slow.
That hydro wave will, sometimes if they're tracking it, they get close and that noise is going off, they'll go ahead and hit it. See it all the time.
It's like the top 4 and then the rest of us. Gotta be just 1 pounder, just one dumb 1 pounder.
Finally, a 1 pounder.
1 pound, 4 ounces.
Woo! That's just straight up meat right there, son. I mean, that's just straight up dumping meat on them.
Did Gerald catch one, or did he catch?
He caught one, but he's at 9 pounds and 10 ounces now.
I just don't really know what else to try.
Could be finna get good right here, boy.
That one got it. Stay on there.
Greg Benson's now in 1st with 28 pounds and 6 ounces.
How about the rooster?
God, and you just know, like, when you got it going, you know, like, somewhere here it's about to happen.
You were 9 ounces behind.
I was. Don't you come
That's
on.
gonna change, though. 1 pound, 2 ounces.
1 and 2, 1 and 2. Boy, just shots fired across the bow of the boat.
Stephen Browning has just caught another fish.
I gotta move.
Greg needs to take him a nap right quick, man. Just chill out a little bit, boy. Dang.
Well, we could run Browning down here if we hit a little stretch. Right there. Is that a bass? Yeah, it is. I thought it was a grinnell or something.
Greg Benson's now in 1st with 30 pounds, 0 ounces.
30 and 0.
You're 1 pound, 1 ounce back.
Well, I'm gonna catch me a 6-pounder right here, so slow him down a little bit.
Whatever he's showing to them, they are mad at it.
I really think that hydro wave caused a lot of those fish to go ahead and commit. There's nothing out here.
You know, they follow it out of these bushes and they get there and they hear that sound and it's like, it's now or never.
That's what I'm talking about. That's when I'm doing it right there all year, baby. Just 100, 300, just back to back, just screw it all up.
£2 2 ounces.
I'll connect in one of these cups one day. I ain't connected yet. You know, I really, truly feel like they should eat a swim jig. Around all those shallow bushes, I mean, they're eating everything else around them.
He ain't much, but he's a pound.
Earl Swindle's caught his 7th fish. He's at 10 pounds, 11 ounces. Puts him 3 ounces behind you.
Need to catch another couple 2-pounders just to get rolling. I hate this long stretch in between bites. It's not good.
I'm looking for any hope right now, son. When you're down in the 4th quarter, you're just looking for somebody who wants to play. Want that kid on the bench hollering, me, coach, me.
Welcome back to General Tire's Major League Fishing for the Squincher Patriot Cup, presented by Venmo from Muskogee, Oklahoma.
Getting tight down there, that 6, 7, 8 spot, isn't it?
Unscoreable bass.
Wow. Not surprised. That's Major League Fishing at its finest right there.
Greg Vincent has taken the lead and continues to hone a winning pattern on Fort Gibson Lake. With less than an hour remaining in the final period, all the pressure falls on the elimination line. Brent Ayler and Gerald Swindle are ounces from knocking Jesse Wiggins out of contention. One scoreable fish could make or break their chances to advance to the sudden death rounds.
An absolute grind. I wish I could get on a stretch and get like 2 or 3 bites just to kind of let me know I'm doing the right thing.
I know they'll bite the square bill a little bit if I can get around them. So that's what I'm doing right now, just trying to get around some.
Oh, look at that big old bull. God almighty. And let it fall.
Let's keep her, I think.
1 pound, 2 ounces.
1, 2. Nice. I'll take them.
40 minutes left to go. You've dropped down to 7th place.
Dang it, man. I knew it was coming.
Well, I bet you Wiggins is just wigging out.
God, dog. I would have made it a pound.
Yes. Gotta get her out the boat.
1 pound, 5 ounces.
Awesome. We need that one right there, bad boys.
I want to spinnerbait out in the glaring sun. Because that makes perfectly good sense. I mean, that's what I normally do when I'm struggling, is I just pick a spinnerbait up and throw it out in the glaring sun, just for no reason.
I'll tell you something, when you're throwing a square bill, having a soft rod, you see that tip, how it just loads up like that? That fish hit me right at the boat. This is an Abu Garcia winch, and that thing, when one hits you right at the boat like that, you just need a soft, real soft rod, and you know, you'll catch those fish instead of pulling them out of their mouth.
Get in here, get in here. Jeez, it caught my shirt. Caught my shirt sleeve out there and I couldn't swing it.
1 pound, 11 ounces.
Nice. Man, needed those. Need a couple more.
Brent Ayler's now taking over 6th place, Todd, with 13 pounds and 11 ounces.
Well, ain't good for us.
2 pounds, 3 ounces back now.
2 pounds, 3
Brent
ounces?
caught another fish.
God, dog.
Them boys got something figured out that OG don't. But
I gotta catch a couple more, man. To have a shot, I gotta have to.
I caught one, yay.
Todd Faircloth's caught a 1 pound, 8 ounce fish. He now has 9 pounds, 10 ounces.
£1 pound, 5 ounces.
Oh, he jumped.
Fish release violation, 2-minute penalty.
We won't let him down that second one.
You got me.
Gerald Swindle caught another fish, moves him into 7th place with 12 pounds even.
Well, them boys are battling it, aren't they?
Bladed jig, kept throwing a crankbait. I feel like if I'd have just kept a flipping stick in my hand all day, I probably would have been all right.
When you got that many rods on your deck, it ain't fresh.
I wanted to catch a few real quick right here and stretch it on out. Make it tough on them, Steven. No bites in the third period for our team. Dead gum, man.
Gerald, that brings your total to 12 pounds. You need 1 pound, 11 ounces to overtake Brent Ayler.
One bite.
Oh, he felt the hook that time. He's not gonna bite again now. Dang it.
£1 pound, 0 ounces.
That's how that always works. Fish all day, right at the end, something finally clicks.
Tired of cranking. Just gotta be quick sometimes.
There he is. I knew that was a bass that came up.
£1 pound, 9 ounces.
All right, help a little bit, as long as Steven didn't catch a bunch of them. I've wasted my too much time. Catch old Mr. Vincent.
Got 10 minutes.
Didn't make this one. As expected. Tough as crap. I don't never do good when it's tough.
He's here, we catch him right here. We got these 2 or 3 trees, that isolated tree. We're just gonna try to hit these isolated trees, go for that quick bite. And we're gonna try to get to the back of this thing and see if it's got a culvert in it like that other one had.
Be a keeper.
£1 pound, 1 ounce. 1 pound, 1 ounce.
Take it. They come off.
That's a fish landing violation, 2-minute penalty. There we go, we're ready. £1 pound, 4 ounces.
1.4. Gerald Swindle just caught another fish, moving him to 13 pounds, 4 ounces.
Okay.
You're sitting at 14 pounds, 12 ounces on the cut line.
Okay. You gotta catch one more.
Oh, Jiminy crickets.
1 minute.
All right. I'm glad, because this slowed down for me.
You gotta catch a 3-pounder, man, just to...
Yes! Oh, jeez. 2 pounds, 8 ounces.
A 2.5 pounder.
Yes!
Oh my goodness.
That's it for me. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Line's out, that's the end of the round.
Pretty good day right there. Started off struggling a little bit, got all the way down to like 7th and 8th, and found a little bait that would catch them. That's the deal. You gotta find the location, and then you gotta find the bait and the presentation. When you get it right, it happens. I wanted to win. I mean, dadgummit when you get going fast, but I could tell Vincent got the momentum at the right time and put it to us. So I'll take a ticket to the next round and we'll get after him then. That's all I know to do.
Caught them on a bunch of different baits. I mean, square bill, one on top water, one flipping, one on a drop shot. That's September fishing.
It don't get much worse than that, but I can do it, son. I can bomb with the best of them.
Thank God this year's over.
There's nothing better, guys, like you go out and fishing something you didn't have a clue where we were going today. We got high water, dirtier water, and to put something together and be the lead dog in this group of anglers, that's a big deal, man. I'm thankful for it. What an absolute grind. I put my head down and I grinded it out to the bitter end.
General Tire's Major League Fishing is brought to you by General Tire. Anywhere is possible. B&W Trailer Hitches, Towing Adventure. Abu Garcia, for life. Optima Batteries, the ultimate power source. And by Barbasol Razors, a close, comfortable shave for the past 100 years.
Today's 10 Bass Pro Tour anglers began their journey to the Patriot Cup trophy, but only 6 would overcome Elimination Round 1.
Nice, nice.
Fort Gibson Lake set the stage, and Stephen Browning stepped into the limelight by dropping a 4-pound slab on the scales.
Big.
Browning continued his climb up the score tracker with a vibrating jig and dominated the first 2 periods. But in period 3, Browning's bite fizzled, and Greg Vinson's pattern was starting to peak.
There we go.
After finding the juice, Vinson pulled ahead with a topwater presentation that propelled him to a first-place victory.
Oh, man, that's fun.
Let's go to Bass Pro Shop's end of the line and see how Greg Vinson pulled out the win.
I'm Greg Vinson, and these are the baits that helped me win the elimination round of the Patriot Cup. The first one is a small topwater that I had, at some point or another, decided to turn this one black. And using that smaller bait, I eventually started catching some good scoreable fish on it. Didn't make many modifications other than change the trebles to some smaller number 4 treble hooks. The second one was a larger version that one of the keys was this was a really nice looking bait before I took it out of the box, and dug out a black Sharpie and literally colored it right there in the last few minutes. That dirty water, that real dark profile has a real good silhouette. They can't get a real good look at it to make a determination what it is. They just know, hey, I don't like that thing and I'm about to get rid of it. And you could tell by how vicious some of the strikes were that they were mad at it by the time they got to it.
Yes!
With today's win, Greg Vinson is advancing to the sudden death rounds and will be joined by Stephen Browning, Luke Clausen, Zach Burge, Brent Ayler, and Jordan Lee. The Berkeley Big Bass of the day goes to Stephen Browning, who hauled in this 4-pound, 8-ounce fish to kickstart a confident day on Fort Gibson Lake.
That's a good one right there. Oh, dude.
Today's Barbasol close shave goes to Brent Ayler, who found himself below the elimination line with time running out. The California native kept his bait wet and made a dramatic comeback in the final minutes to climb into the top 6 and earn his ticket to the sudden death round.
Jeez.
Let's send it over to Marty Stone, who's with today's winner, Greg Vinson.
This was not an easy round for you, was it?
No, it wasn't. You know, this morning was scary. I started off on a real obvious type deal, just trying to get some bites, and caught a couple real quick and thought I might have something really good, and then it just went dry. And I knew, I've been to Fort Gibson. It's been 9 years and not fished in these conditions or this time of year, but most places we go in the Southeast especially, it's all about finding the bait fish, and that turned out to be key.
You're down there at 7th place at the end of the first period, kept your composure, and now you come all the way back and to win elimination round.
Yeah.
What does that mean to you as an angler?
Oh, man, with this group of anglers, it means everything, because I know how good these guys are. We're under the gun, and then we're here in score track, and we're hearing guys catching them, and we're not catching them, and you got to be able to deal with that in your mind, but you got to have confidence that you know what you're doing, and if you can put it together, you can do like I did today, you know, and just work your way back up.
Greg Vinson put all the pieces to the puzzle together. He's a winner of elimination round number 1 and advancing to sudden death.
Make sure you tune in next week for elimination round number 2 of the Squincher Patriot Cup presented by Venmo from Muskogee, Oklahoma. Until then, thanks for watching General Tire's Major League Fishing.
Yes!